Hey there, looks like we are good. Hello, Gwen. Hello, Millie. Saying hi to hey Gwen and Tor. So that's where I'm at right now. This keeps getting dirty and shredding, so I've been trimming it off a bit at a time, but I'm holding up pretty well. It's not hurting that much unless I bump into something. The let's see. Let's move this a little further forward. And I think we're a little out of focus. Let's see if I can't improve that. All right, I think that's about as good as I can get. Gwen says, hey to Melee Cormier. So this one looks looks a bit crumpled. It's the way it came out of the box. I didn't do my usual pre-sorting with the smaller sets because, smaller size block sets because Lego has them in ordered bags. And we have the instruction with the special Lego wrench. Looks like bags 1 and 2 are for this house here, or shed, or whatever. And 3 through 9 are the rest of it. And 10 and 11 are the remaining plants. All right. I think that's for the start of the others. It's not a numbered bag. I think I still need to move a bit further forward. When I'm done with the stream, there we go. When I'm done with the stream today, I am going to set up the driving wheel and see if I can't get it to work with the American Truck Simulator. Give a try or two on that. I might stream with that later tonight. I don't know. We'll just have to see how it goes. That will, of course, be on the gaming channel. I'm putting those in the box there so they don't go flying on the floor. We have our Lego wrench. Hold this a bit further forward so you guys can see in there. All right. So we start off with this. It looks like we got a smaller bag in here. In that case, I'll take these out. The bigger stuff. And open up this one here. So I did mention it on Friday Night Frenzy as far as the fact I'd injured myself. But it actually happened at work. So it's covered by workman's comp. However, we'll say that the machine I was using did have guards in place, and there was only a very slight. Basically, we're deburring a little lip that's about maybe 45 thousandths of an inch thick, so about a little over a 32nd of an inch thick. And the flush trim router bit, it's got a bearing on the top so you can put your work against it. You don't have to, it's a safe stop. You can't like push it past the bearing on the top. And then we carefully spin it around so that the flush trim bit cleans up the little lip on it. Actually, let me switch the second screen here because it's not confusing. It's distracting me. And the bit's only about 1/4 inch in diameter, and the hole that it comes up through is not a whole lot larger. So I really couldn't get stuck in there. It just happened when the part got yanked away, my finger went in and it did maybe a couple of hits and I yanked it back out. And it was mostly attacking the fingernail because that was the only part that really could reach the teeth. So I got lucky in that regard. All right, did I pull that one? Yeah, I did pull that one out. Okay, so this goes here. And okay, so we got one of these on each side. It's weird with actual size Lego blocks after so many smaller kits I've done. All right, so those go there. Let's see. All right, so, okay, it's just the one here. All right, these long ones. Let's center it up. Yep, that looks centered. And then we got two more of these. I should try lean back here. Gwen says, very lucky indeed. Yep. I mean, if I'd like pushed my hand against there and held it down, it would obviously have done more damage, but I like to think I'm not that crazy about that. Sorry that my head keeps popping in the screen. I'm not intending to do that. Okay, so got that done there. And four more of these. Yeah, I got four now. Okay, so 5 of them in a row. Seem to have a bit of a cough lately. I don't know if it's some of the medicines I'm taking or what. They put me on an antibiotic for the keep from getting any infection from the cut. It's basically prophylactic. Okay, so 2 more of the small ones. 1 and 2 and 6 of the large ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep. Also, let's see. Yesterday morning, when I got up and started moving around, I was actually a lot stronger than I'd been for a while. And I was thinking, oh, yay, I'm going to get better. And then by the end of the day, I was kind of back where I was. So I'm going to start keeping a log of my strength levels per day, anything I've been doing, medicines I've been taking and whatnot, just in case there's some sign that the doctors can get out of that. So, and all right, that's move 6. All right, so I need 2 more of these long ones. Yeah, there it is. Okay, so 2 of those, 4 of these. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And 2 more of the white ones. All right, so we have 2 of these here. Actually, I'm going to change some stuff around real quick. In a second. But yes, the replacement motherboard did fix my streaming computer, which I'm very happy about. Things break and it takes a lot of time and money to get them going again. All right, so let me move this. Oops. Right, that's going to be fun. Give me a second. It unplugged on the floor. On the plus side, I know what outlet it goes to, so I can actually grab that and pull up the loose cord. And instead of going around the table legs, oops, up the tripod there. There we go. Fortunately, that's shiny there. Let's see if I set it like that. It's mostly out of the frame. Yeah. At least I can see better. Let's see. That works a little better. I can still see, and it's not quite so blinding. Okay, so it was those two there. And that is kind of bright. Let me try one more thing here. Turn down the brightness on the camera. There we go. All right, so two of those there, two there, and then these go in the center here. There's a guy that does a lot of YouTube shorts. Yeah, I'm having trouble pushing these down hard enough, apparently. He does a lot of, it's kind of like I guess he was originally started as like a youth pastor type thing, but the current iteration of his channels, he tends to do a lot of like, hey, this company or country or whatever, what do you do? And then he talks about the horrible things they've done. He also recently did over the Lego, and they actually got a fairly positive coverage up till the end because he's got to do a stinger, but it's basically how the company was actually really wholesome pretty much its entire existence. All right, and two more of the small ones. And six more of the large ones. Of these, 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's just pull this a little more forward. 5, and there should be one more. Yep, 6. There we go. Okay. Let's see. Let's put the mouse here. Hold it in place. All right. So these go here and there. The rest get these larger ones here. I'm sure most of you are familiar with George R. R. Martin, and in fact, he's got a book that he's like 13 years overdue for having supposed to have had a release date for it. All right, and two of these little flat top half round ones, and 14 of these. Anyway, and you guys, I'm sure, have heard of Larry Correia since I talked about him a fair amount. Larry's latest book that'll be out in less than a month is the final book in his 6th book, Saga of the Forgotten Warrior, epic fantasy story. And as the dedication for his last book in that series, it's to George R. R. Martin. See, it's not that hard. And yes, this is a heavy dunk on George, because Larry has said for a long time now, let's see, these ones go here. Not sure. Oh, I think one of them is showing being put on, as opposed to that they wanted it at that weird angle. They have had discussions in the past over like sad puppies and the like, but Larry's current issue is that the epic fantasy market is almost impossible for new authors to get into because, all right, so 7 of them like this, because a lot of people won't buy a series until it's complete after having been burned with like George and Rothfuss and a few other epic fantasy authors who started a series and never finished it, and doesn't look like they're going to finish it. So as a result, when people see a new epic fantasy series come out, and this isn't everybody, but a large enough percentage that a lot of people who actually do get their first epic fantasy book published in a series, they never can get the second one published because the publisher looked at the sales numbers for the first one and said, okay, this is a flop. We're not going to pay you any more money. or accept publish the next book in the series. And since most people starting out as authors really can't write a whole series before publishing any of it, where they're spending a lot of time working and not getting anything back for it. Okay. Just wind up never really writing again, or at least never getting anything published because their first book was a flop. And Larry is very annoyed over that. He's fine because he was established before he started doing an epic fantasy series. But a lot of new authors just will never have the opportunity to be able to do it because people are shy, gun shy about it. And here, all right, whoops, let me. Melee Cormier says it makes me think of all the Netflix shows getting canceled. Yeah, along those lines. But okay, so we have 6 of these. Yeah, these are what they look like. Maybe if that actually seems to work pretty good. Go ahead and bring the light back up. That way I don't have any, oops, wrong ring. There we go. Don't want it so bright. Things are washing up. There we go. Let's see. All right, now let's see. Can you see those? Yeah, there we go. Melee says, I still haven't watched Game of Thrones. I watched it pretty much all. And it wasn't, it was a fairly decent show. But like about season 5 or 6 is when the 8 seasons is when they ran out of the written material to work from. And I read all but the last one that was published. And the reason I stopped reading is it was a fairly long book. I got 2 or 3 chapters in. They were introducing new characters that had not been introduced at all before, and showing that they were also horrible people doing horrible things to each other. And it's like, you know what? I'll watch the show because it's a lot faster to process it through. But it really wasn't worth it to me to keep reading it after that, just because I just didn't like it anymore. All right. So these, let's see. Yep, very symmetrical. So, but anyway, there's been a lot of online chatter back and forth, and a bunch of people are bringing up about the Wikipedia entry about sad puppies, and having been present through most of the sad puppy campaigns, I got interested in Larry's stuff at probably the tail end of the sad puppies too. I was following Larry's interactions with his fans and what was going on, what they said they were doing, why they were doing it. And the Wikipedia article is just basically flat out, here, let's assume the worst things we can about this person as to why they're doing it, and we'll we'll assume that's the truth. So I've been thinking of making like a 5 or 10 minute long video where I go over the timeline, because one of the big things the article says is that it was an attempt to push back against diversity of science fiction and fantasy authors, and that was not the case at all. It was basically Larry had looked at the way that the Hugos get voted on and pointed out that it's like, this is a really small pool of voters. Is that out of focus? Whoops, I think that's just the way the light's reflecting off of it. It's a really small pool of voters, and it's basically 2 publishing houses that are going back and forth, and they recommend like to all their friends to vote for it. And it was really, essentially a small pool of voters, and it was very click-oriented for what was actually getting elected or voted on as Hugos. And he basically said, hey, if you're interested in this and you think that there should be a wider pool of potential stuff submitted to the Hugos, here's how you get a membership and how you can vote on it. And they send you basically most of the written stuff. They send you a copy of it. So it's a fairly decent way to get those books and novels and novellas and short stories and read through them. And you can nominate whatever. And then when the nominees are out, then you can read through and vote what you think is best. And they basically said, this is who we think are good people and good stories for that are worthy of this award, and read them. If you agree with us, vote for this. If you don't vote for it. And there was actually the quote-unquote slate was quite a bit more diverse in ideology and race and gender than the previous year's winners of the Hugos, but it's somehow a campaign against women and minorities, and that's just not true. So I've been thinking of going over it, bringing up the contemporaneous stuff, who actually won, who was nominated, and do like a quick 5 or 10 minute video over that, and why it really is the dedication is Larry being unhappy that a whole generation of new authors have been basically squeezed out of this entire market segment, because successful authors who should be able to keep up with it don't. Sorry, I didn't mean to get too distracted. Let me go ahead and catch up the chat real quick here. Chris Collins. Hey, Chris, nice to see you. Hey, y'all. I haven't started my Tranquil Garden yet. Melee says, hey, Chris Collins. And Gwen says, hey, Chris Collins. All right, so got this one done. All right, so I need 8 of these brick-colored round ones. 2. Almost threw that on the floor. 3. 4. Oh, the other fun thing about my finger injury is they were asking me if I wanted a tetanus shot, and I thought I had one within the recommended time frame, so I probably didn't need it, but I said I'd check and look through my patient portal records, and apparently, yeah, okay. Whoops, I am looking at the wrong move. I was skipping one, so let's push these a little bit out of the way. All right, so I need 3 1x flat tops in the brick color. So 1. So anyway, I looked at it, and apparently my last tetanus shot was almost exactly 10 years ago, 1 month short. So I probably should get another one. So that's not going to be fun, but I'll be stopping by after work tomorrow and getting that done. Oh, Melee, I think you were on when I said that I was going to go ahead and set up the driving wheel today, and I tested out, may or may not stream on it. So I'll probably do a community post, because I figure that'll be more reliable than YouTube sending out notices, which they tend to be inconsistent on, from what I understand. All right, so we have these on the corners. 1. And let's see, I think I had that one. Gwen saying hi to Chris, and Eric Olson say, hey, hello, Torin 3, Gwen, Melee, and Chris Collins. And Melee says, I'll be there for sure. All right. But yeah, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to start including a link for the gaming channel in the description for all the videos I do on this channel. Make it easier for people to find it. All right, so there is a gap of 1. That goes there, and that goes there. And same on this side. There we go. And all right, so now we have 8 of these. 2, 4, 6, 8. I already got them out. And apparently these go in the center of those open tops. So they're like cups rather than pegs. And Mary Cormier says, hey, Eric Olson, good to see you. Gwen says, Eric Olson, hello. And Mary says, I just received Crime and Punishment to read. Congrats on that. And as a reminder, if you like this content, if you could please hit like, and if you're not already subscribed, please subscribe. And share this with anybody you think who would like this as well. I appreciate that. We are currently, we have 6 likes and 7 concurrent viewers. So pretty much everybody has hit like already. Thank you very much. All right, so that was move 12. Let's go on to 13. All right. Gotta love the folded book. Okay, so we need this one here, and one of these goes this corner here, and then we need one more and 2 of these 2x4s. All right, so we got that one there. This one here. That there. And this one here. All right, and then we need, okay, these are transparents, I believe. We need 2 of those. And one of the transparents. Couple more on top of each other. It was hidden. All right, so this is a weird one. It's got an open bottom there and a small top. So it looks like the top, or the open part is the top, not the bottom. And it looks like these go in there. Well, they just kind of sit in there. They don't actually, probably supposed to represent water. That makes sense. It's weird, though, that it doesn't actually have a spot that it holds onto. All right, and then that one goes in the center of these 4 here. There we go. All right, then we have one more of the cups. We have this one here, that little square one with a hinge thing. One of these, and one of these. All right, so let's see. This goes on top of this cup here. Let's see if I can, or handle here, let's see. Does it go that way? That goes that way. I had the wrong orientation. All right, and then that goes here. That makes sense. This is like a dipping cup for the bowl of water or soup. And this goes here. And this one goes on here. It looks like it goes at a 45-degree offset. All right. Let me catch up real quick here. Gwen's sharing the link for my gaming channel. Thank you very much for that. And Joe Rees, 30313, nice to see you on. Hello, everyone. Hope everyone's having a good weekend. It's not doing too bad so far. I've actually been getting a lot of 3D printing done. I'm working on the last of the 2x3 drawer storage modules, which I'm putting on top of the 2x4 drawer ones. And Eric Olson says, hello, Jail Rees. And Gwendolyn says to Jail Rees, hello. And when looks like that was a double type. Melee says, "Hey, Jailrees." Erica says, "I've always wanted to read that, Melee." And Jerry says, "Hi, Gwen and Melee, how are you?" And Erica says, "How's the finger?" There we are. It's basically along here, the nail got peeled back and then put back down. It's covered with steri strips, and this is to like keep me from having it snag on anything. I go back on Wednesday for them to evaluate it. I'm thinking of ordering some like rubber finger cots that they can like put over the tip and then like tape in place while I'm at like work and doing stuff, so I don't accidentally snag the nail and pull it back off if I bump against something. So that's my thought there. It says we got 11 people watching. I think that's 9 in YouTube and 2 on Twitter. It's actually a pretty good stream for what I've been doing lately. Not near my heyday, but not too bad. We got 1 person watching on Rumble. All right, so time to flip this over. All right, so I need 1 of these, 1 of the beige, 1 of these. I think that's beige. It kind of looks like they're having it sparkle, but yeah. All right, so and then those go like that, and then 2 of the cups or bowls. Okay. These are very slippery. They don't want to come off. All right, so got a bowl here, and this little table, I guess, serving table or whatnot, and bowl there, and this 2-part of me just over here. And 2 of these light green flat tops, the teapot, and the whisk. All right, so I guess these just sit in the bowls. I'm assuming that's green tea. And the whisk goes in here. I guess I'm going to try and do it that way. It doesn't want to slide in. I'm going to angle it just a little bit so it doesn't hang over the edge of that table. And then the teapot. Actually, I got to go that way a little bit because the teapot's going to also hang over the edge a bit. So we have hot water. We have a ladle. There we go. And oh, nope. The way the colors show it looks like I had a black cap to that, but apparently it's just the way they draw it to show that it's a connecting surface. I can get this one in. My fingers are not wanting to cooperate. Let's try this again. There we go. Let's rotate that a bit. All right. That looks good there. And this one, yes. Okay. I saw something fall down there. Let me see what I lost. All right, so we have there, those 2 on there, that on there, that on there. Okay, so it looks like I just thought I saw something fall. Because I didn't hear anything drop. Must have bounced back or whatever. All right, so this fits just inside. There we go. All right. Looks like we mostly made it through the first bag. Huh. Okay, so it does have that as a slight angle. All right, let me. Oh, shoes or sandals or whatever. All right, so at least I think that's what they're supposed to represent. And we are now on to bag 2. So these are extras. I grab the original bag and I'll put the extras in. it'll save confusion and things getting lost. And if I need extras, that's a good source to look. Some of these are definitely hard to pick up out of this box. Did I? Yep, that's all of them in there. And let me catch up with chat real quick here. All right. Melee says to Joe Reeves, I'm good. And you? Melee says, Erica, I need to finish to read a book before starting this one. And Joe Reeves says, doing well. Got my chores done this morning. I'm now taking the afternoon to relax. And Gwen says, that's a smaller base than I thought it would be. And Eric Olson says, tiny little pieces. And Joe Reeves, nice. And it looks cute. All right, let me bring it up for a little better view. All right, so this is part of this here. All right. So bag 2, I believe. Yep. Opening bag 2. And we have a sub bag. That looks like the window panes. All right, I am going to open it, but I'll leave the stuff in the bag until I'm ready to pull it out. All right. Okay. So move 20. We have a 1x4 shallow brick and a 1x6 double height, or tall normal size one. All right, so this, I believe it's centered up. And 2 of the flat 90s. All right. So extend it out that way. I will say these moves are definitely easier to read than the other companies' instructions. So the book is, like I said, a bit mangled. All right. Gwen says, so there's another larger base too? Yeah, let me go ahead and I'll show you the cover. Give me a second here. There are 11 bags, not counting the large bases here. All right, so bags 1 and 2 make this portion here. Bags 3 through, I believe, 9 make the rest of the base here and some of the smaller stuff. And 10 and 11 make these 3 or 4 things here. All right, and 2 of these. There we go. Excuse me. Like I said, I seem to have an annoying cough. All right, and 2 1x4 small flat ones. And 2 more 90-degree flats. 1 and 2. All right, so these ones go under here. I'm going to put it down because I am also having strength issues with my fingers, which is annoying as all get out. I'm really hoping to figure out. Oh, I forgot to say that I did go and see the neurologist who normally sees me for migraines. And there are, okay, 2 of the 1x1 medium height ones. Oh, they're in here. I say neurologist, but I believe his certification level is essentially like physician assistant level. He can prescribe stuff, but he's not like a full neurologist. Anyway, As a result of that, I've got another EMG test, which is where they do the how well your nerves are conducting the signals your brain is sending and how much signal strength it needs to actually activate the muscles. All right, and 3 more of the 1x4 flat ones, and 4 of the 90s. 1. And I also have scheduled for an MRI in it's Valentine's Day. I'm scheduled, and it's supposed to look at my neck area. So neck, spine between the head and the torso. They're doing it with and without contrast, so he's definitely serious about figuring out what the heck is going on, which I really appreciate. I have said I am willing to go through whatever testing or research information, whatever they need me to do, make any appointment they need me to make to get this figured out and taken care of, because I really want to go back to normal. Sorry if I'm whining. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then these fill in. All right. And let's see. Erica says, oh, okay, that makes sense. I was wondering how that small square was a garden. Well, I hadn't seen the pic. And Gwen says, Erica Olson, yeah, my brain didn't compute it all correctly. Eric Olson says, I came in late as usual. I actually started the stream on time, so that's probably my fault. And Sin says, hello. Sin, I'm not sure I've seen you before, but if you haven't been here before, welcome, welcome. It's good to have you here. And Erica says, hello, Sin. And Sin says, hello, Erica Olson. And Betsy Weingartner says, hello, everyone. Hey, Betsy, nice to see you on. Welcome, welcome. And Maylee Cormier says, hey, Sin and Betsy. And Erica says, hello, Betsy. And Maylee says, I hope they're gonna find what you have. Me too. Yeah, definitely. I hope that. Kathleen Poston, good to see you on here. Good afternoon, my friends. Welcome, welcome. And Erica says, I'm glad they're being more proactive. Yeah, since it came back, I think that's the critical thing, that whatever it was not just a temporary thing, and they need to figure out what's going on, even if it's more of a pain in the butt. Okay. Let's try not to mangle the book as we do this. All right, so I need 4 of the 1x, I guess, regular brown color ones, or slightly reddish brown, as opposed to tan. All right, so we have 4 of those, and then 4 of the tall 1x's. Not there. Okay, so these get stacked. Helps if I orient them in the correct direction. Make sure they're nice and square. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Make sure they're oriented. There we go. And let's see. Kathleen says, good afternoon, my friends. Erica says, I'm okay, read that one. And Betsy says to Maylee, hello. And to Erica, hello. And Kathleen says, oh, Lordy, what did you do to yourself this time? Okay, I was at work. I was deburring some round parts that were about this big around using what's called a flush trim router bit, which means that it has a bearing on the top, so you can push your part up against it, and it will make everything below that flush with that surface. And as I was going along, it grabbed the part, yanked it out from under my grip, and my hand dropped down, and it basically peeled the nail back, and kind of chewed up a little bit in the nail bed, but not horribly. And so they put it back and put some Steri strips on it. It was pretty painful the first day, but I'm doing pretty good now. It's healing up well as long as I don't bump it. I just have to be careful and keep it dry. So I go back again Wednesday, and they evaluate it, and essentially I'll be back to work, normal duties again now. And Gwen says, "Hello, Sin." Erica says, "Hello, Kathleen." Kathleen, so are we doing Lego blocks this time? Yes, this is the set that my wife got me for Christmas. And Gwen says, "Hello, Kathleen and Betsy." Yeah, because I'm not going to really be able to braid until this comes off. And Sin says, "Hello, Gwen, Torrin, and Melee. Nice to have you here, Sin." And Gwen says, "This is a set Mrs. Torrin bought it for Christmas. Thank you, Gwen. Didn't see that, or I would have just gone down the list there." And Kathleen says, "Sitting here watching the snow collect on my wind chimes." And Betsy says, "Gwen, hello, dear." And Kathleen says, "Okay, I hate hand injuries of any kind. I'm not too fond of them myself, so I can agree with you there." All right. Oh, I got them out. No, okay. This is what I'm doing, not on that. Okay, that's why I was confused. All right, let's put these on here. Make sure they're oriented correctly. All right. Oh, and they also put me on an antibiotic prescription. I think that's why I'm coughing, because I don't feel ill otherwise. And it's not like I'm producing anything. It's just like a tickle in the back of my throat, like I've had like a strong flavor, and that's why I'm coughing. All right. And I need 18 of these windows here. 1, 2, let me set this out of the way. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 and 15, 16 and 17. I should have one left to get. Unless I miscounted somewhere along here. There it is. 18. Actually, I probably should look at the screen. I can see better that way than otherwise. All right. And I also need 18 of these little window panes here, or glass panes. I'm just going to pull them all out. Be easier than counting. If I have extras, I can just put them back. I haven't done that much organizing out in the shop, but one thing I did do is, since I had the printer running, I went ahead and that attendance counter that I had, excuse me. Okay, all right, so 18 of them. They can go either way. There's nothing that says it needs to be one way or the other. Oops, let's see. Maybe if I put it in this way, it'll go in a little easier. Dang, these require a little bit of force to get them in place. Yep. Okay, there we go. All right, just need to do that 17 more times. Anyway, the attendance counter I had a hand crank on it, and it was geared internally like an odometer. Well, it managed to break this last year. The handle broke right off, and I figured I could go ahead and just like print a more durable interface between the handle and the rest of the gears. But Mrs. Torn was talking to me about it, and there were some people who didn't like the hand crank thing. Some of them really did like it, though. But I'm thinking that for long-term stability, what I would do is I would go ahead and reprint one of the ring gears that had like a knurl on it to make it easier to spin if you had to like spin all of them without the handle. Did that as just a regular ring and took out all the gearing. So each ring now can spin independently. It'd be much easier to set it for the attendance counting. There's no like crank, and then at the end of the year, you don't have to like reverse crank it all the way back to 0 again. So that's pretty much done. It's now shorter than it was before, so the same box does not work. So I'm going to do a nicer box for it. I figure I'll do it out of like cherry and do a nice clear finish on it. There we go. And then that way, and do like some engraving on it before I do the finish, where I put the name of the event and like attendance counter or something like that, or just attendance. And then that way, it'll probably be good for like 15 or 20 years before maybe something will break on it again. So I'm hopeful that that will be a nice thing. And when it warms up, I'll go ahead, and I'm feeling better, I'll go ahead and do the box. The other thing is that if I can't do the box, there are people at the event I know that have the woodworking skills that can do it relatively easy. And I'll pass that on to them. But I'm rather pleased that I've actually been able to like start a project and essentially get through what I needed to in just a couple of days. Didn't cost an arm and a leg, and it worked out exactly as I was expecting to. So that was nice. As soon as I get done popping these in, I will catch up with chat. Looks like we have a nice active chat today. Thank you very much. It makes my Sunday much nicer. There we go. But yeah, I'll actually be seeing the full neurologist for the nerve conduction test a week from tomorrow, which is much sooner than the March 4th date it looked like it was going to be. All right. Oh, I am into book 5 of the Dungeon Crawler Carl series. This is supposedly around the point where it starts getting dark. I won't get too much into the plot. I'll just say that I am enjoying it. And Mrs. Torrin has also started on the audiobooks and absolutely loves them. And my wife and I have been talking about it enough that our roommate decided to also get the books, though she's reading the written ones, since she doesn't do well listening to audiobooks. Makes her like car sick type feeling. All right, last one here. I'm feeling pretty tired. Which sucks, but that's the way my life is going at the moment. Hopefully they will fix that for me fairly soon. There we go. All right, let me catch up with chat. All right. Kathleen says, yeah, I can tell that my CHF is improving by the disappearance of my congestive cough. Hey, congrats. And Betsy says, Torrin, do you have to wait for the nail to heal up completely before braiding, or will you have to tape up your nail bed up? What I'm planning on doing is, once they clear me from the workman's comp place, is I'm going to get like some of the rubber cots, and I will put one over this fingertip and like tape it up so that it doesn't snag on things. And I should be able to braid then, is what I'm hoping. And that's only about a week away. And Kathleen says, snow has gotten pretty dramatic here, Torrin. Has the right idea to settle inside and make lovely things. Me, I'm crocheting. Yeah, the snow has picked up about 11 o'clock. I noticed it was just starting to come down where I am. I'm like about, I think, 3 hours further east than Kathleen, or 2 to 3 hours further east than Kathleen. And Betsy says, Kathleen, hello, I'm in the Pittsburgh area. No snow here yet, but we're supposed to get some tonight. And Gwen says, I'm crocheting today, a different for me pattern for tech cozy prop thingy. And Kathleen says, Betsy, I'm east of Harrisburg, and the snow has been coming down for about 4+ hours. Last hour, it's decided to get serious. Okay, so you're probably about 2 hours ahead of me, Kathleen, though I know you're in a heavier area than I am. I'm kind of on the transition zone. I'm near the New Jersey border, north of Pittsburgh. Not Pittsburgh, Philadelphia, I'm sorry. And Mealy says, hey, Kathleen. And hey, Philip Martin, nice to see you on. Philip says, I'm sure it's been covered, but what happened to your hand? Healing well? It is healing well. Also, hello all. But what happened is I was deburring parts from a like 1/32 of an inch lip of material that needed to be trimmed flush for the outside of the round parts. And as I was going, the router bit snagged the part, yanked it out from under my hand, and my finger dropped down, and the router bit essentially peeled my nail back about halfway, kind of chewed up the nail bed a little bit, and didn't bleed a lot. I went to urgent care under workman's comp. They flipped it back down, put Steri strips on. This is on here so that it doesn't like get dirty and helps keep it dry. It's healing well, and Wednesday I go back and hopefully they will certify me as good for work, and then I will get like I said, some rubber cots and tape it on so that because the nail is eventually going to pop back up off again, but the underside should heal up, and I just don't want it snagging and yanking new stuff off, so that's what I'm going to do there. And Kathleen says, oops, I meant west of Harrisburg. And Bailey says, hey, Philip Martin. Okay, so these are snapped together, and it looks like we run move this back here, and we run 3 per side, and we have them the window facing outside, too high. All right, so that means 6 per side, and I can do it this way so you guys can see them going on. They're fitting together fairly well, not having to use a ton of force. All right. Oh, and I saw my sleep doctor the Friday before last, and he approved me for using a little bit more of my stay awake medicine to make it so that when I get home from work, I don't just suddenly get tired and not want to do anything and go to sleep or doze off. So I'm hoping that will allow me to stream a bit more, which will be hopefully nicer for you folks as well. All right, we are almost done with this particular step. So as we do, I'll flip to the next page and we see what's our next move. When this bag is done, this portion will be done. Then we move on to the main one. My tentative plan is I'm going to run for probably at least 2 hours today, just because I'm having fun doing this. Maybe more if I'm making good progress. All right, so now we have 2 of the tall 1x and get 2 of the short 1x. If the coughing gets too annoying, let me know and I will try and mute ahead of time, but they kind of spring upon me. All right. Put these on and then press them flat against the table to make sure they're oriented correctly. And then they go here and here. All right, and then the next one is 3 of the 1x4 flat ones and 4 of the 90s. 2 of the 90s, 3 of the 90s, 4 of the 90s, and 2 of the 1x4s and 3. Okay, same as before, we put these here. And 90s go on the corners. Keep the windows aligned with the walls. Excuse me. And we're ready for move 30. All right, so we need 1 of these and 1 of these. All right, and looks like leave 2 all around. And then 1 of these goes under here. Good. 1 more of these. All right, I've got a square and a square. And just make sure, sorry, I almost slid that off the table. Just make sure that's nice and seated properly. Since I'm lacking a lot of strength at the moment, I have to like push extra hard for normal strength. Excuse me. All right, and let's see. I think we left about here. Erica says hello to Philip. Gwen says hello to Philip, and Millie says hello to Philip. And Kathleen says getting heavier as a matter of fact. And Philip says, I'm glad it wasn't worse. Routers are scary tools. Yes, indeed, they are. I have a very healthy respect for all power tools. And I consider a testament that this is probably in the top 1 or 2 worst power tool injuries I've had in my 56 years of life. And Gwen says, please hit that like button, folks. It helps Torrent 3 algorithms. And Erica Olson says, no snow here at the moment, but they're saying we might get a few inches. Kathleen says, I like the screen effect. And Betsy says, Kathleen, no worries, stay safe. Hopefully we won't get any snow this time. The weather people have a hard time predicting our weather here. I think it's because of the 3 rivers. And Gwen says, also like, subscribe, and share Torrent 3's gaming channel. Yes, I am going to, when I'm done with this stream, I'm going to set up a driving wheel on the computer here and test out with the American Truck Streamer. If it looks like it's doing pretty well, I'll probably set up a stream for later this evening on the gaming channel. And Kathleen says, Betsy, I grew up and spent much of my adult life in St. Louis, Missouri. Our 4th grade social studies textbook was called Where Rivers Meet, as St. Louis is a major tributary location. And Kathleen says, then you have been a very fortunate mentor. I've also been extremely respectful of anything that has a lot of power and no brain behind it. So I've got to use my brain for me and for the tool itself. Looks like we're picking up some more people on Twitter. We got about 5 people on Twitter and 11 on YouTube. Again, sorry about the cough. All right, now I need 16 of these ones here. Dark red or dark brown with 2 ones there. All right, so 16 of them. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, excuse me, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and 16. There we go. All right, so these ones. All right, so I leave 1 space around it and start here. All right, so there's going to be 4 on each side with my lightning fast math skills for simple numbers that I got from working in convenience stores, where I would calculate the change in my head and not rely on the register unless I needed a double check. Got pretty good at doing those pretty quickly. All right, we are at 8 of the 16. Actually, I might run down and grab a cough drop. Save your folks' ears. I will have to say that this is an amazing microphone that I've gotten. It is much better performance than I would expect, given the amount it cost. I have heard YouTube channels and whatnot where they had what looked like fairly decent microphones and they weren't that great, but I haven't really had anybody complain about the quality of sound here in quite some time. All right, and I need 4 of, I believe, these ones. Yep. These little ones here. They're kind of a U-shaped yoke. I'm just not looking forward to going downstairs. Well, I've got some sugar-free ones up here that I hate the taste of, but going up and downstairs is a lot of work for me at the moment. So I'm going to go ahead and grab one of those. I do apologize for that. Okay. Hopefully this will help your ears and my throat. All right. Kathleen says, you make your own luck with those darn things. And Erica says, we'll be below freezing till Wednesday afternoon. We are not built for cold here in the South. And Betsy says, be right back. No problem with that. And Kathleen says, your sound quality is noticeably improved. Thank you very much, Kathleen. All right. And okay, so these go. Oh, they're on the underside. Okay, that was what confused me. All right, so these go on the corners and out like that. Yeah, these taste vile, but hopefully they will settle my cough. All right, so got those 4 there. Now I need, okay, also still on the other side, I need 16 of these. Again, 4 per side. Let's go ahead and just, I'm not going to bother counting. I'm just going to pull them over. Give the cough drop a little chance to work. But this is definitely proceeding at a very decent pace. Yep. Just making sure I've got them in the right position. I also need to break down and start working on the design for Hayden's braid. However, I haven't been able to keep up on his channel as much as I would like with listening to the audiobooks. But I've gathered that he's had some changes in his schedule where he's having to drive a lot more, and it's interfering with stuff. Plus, it's being a rough time around Jeff's funeral yesterday, I believe it was. I'm hoping that when Flux and Megan get back, I'll be able to hear about that. And I know I wasn't invited, and I probably wouldn't have been, but I do feel sad that I didn't have the means and the time to take advantage of that, and health as well. All right. Whoop. Sorry, I didn't mean to leave that up the whole time there. All right, so that's done with 36. Let's see where we are on 37. All right, so flip it back this way. We have this big red brick, fire engine red brick here, and 2 of these, I believe. Yep. Okay, so it looks like it doesn't say anything about orientation. And this is symmetrical. So 1 here, 1 here, down both sides, and center there. And for these corner pieces here, 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 2 more of these wide edge. There we go. We're almost done here. All right, so these go on the opposite faces here. Make sure they're nice and secure. And these ones go in the corners. 1, 2, 3, and 4. All right. And then this. Okay. Still flipped over, or flip it back over. Yep. Okay, that means orientation change. Okay, good to know what that symbol means. And the local fire department's fire alarm going off. All right, so yep, that is correct there. And let's be careful. I don't want to pop anything off. Just going to reset it back here. Make sure it's nice and secure. Got me here. At least that cough was building up and I was able to mute it. All right. Okay, so that's there. And we need 4 of these. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Go here in the corners. Let me push this out a little bit more away from me so you guys can see what I'm doing. All right. Let's move 41. And it looks like we got some extra. Nope. Did I miss something here? I think I did. Yep, those were supposed to be on previous move. I was wondering why I had the extras here. And these ones will go here. 1, 2. At least I found the skip move very quickly. Of course, I'm almost done with this bag here, so. All right, let's dump these out. Okay. All right, so that one goes there. And then we do 2 of these. 1 and 2. And then this little spinny vent top thingy. Don't know if you guys can see it. There we go. All right, and back to general focus here. All right, now this sits in. Gotta be careful how I place it. There we go. Now we have our little tea ceremony in there, and I just knocked him off. All right. I'm going to lift this off. And I'm thinking I might go ahead. Okay, so water goes back in here. And the 2 teas go back in here. I might go ahead and get some sort of like glue or something to hold those in place so they don't pop off when it gets moved around. Oh, fortunately, this comes off relatively easy, so I'll take my time on it later. Got 1 extra here. It's one of those spinny vent top things. Oops, put it in the wrong bag. I should put it in with the other bag that has the other ones in it. All right. There we go. This is bag 3, but it also shows these, which are not in bag 3. So let me set this out of the way here. Catch up with chat real quick here. Let's see. Kathleen says, I just realized your little house has tea equipment. That's absolutely charming. I'm a little bit of a tea nut, I'm afraid. No worries on that. And, oops, sorry. Betsy says, Erica, we are going to be in single digits with wind chill below 0 next week. That's why I'm hoping we don't get the snow because it will turn to ice chunks. Yeah, where I'm at, we're also supposed to be sub-freezing for a couple of days, which means I may not be able to spend much time out in the shop. But I'm hoping to spend at least some time out there to get things organized as I'm going along. Okay, so we have 2 of these, and 2 of these, and 2 of these. I'm just going to set them here out of the way, and now I'm going to open up bag 3. Scissors will probably be better for this, but this is the tool I have on hand, and I will make it work. All right. And I'll put the bag in here. If this seems like it's going fairly quickly, this is only 1,000, a little over 1,000 pieces. So it's much fewer pieces than most of my recent projects. And they're larger and easier to handle. Here's the knife. Second here. Alrighty. So this is roughly where it's going to be. This looks like it's the intermediate one and a 2x6 short one. And this one goes there. And I do apologize for the coughing, folks. This is not intentional. All right, and then we have the larger one. All right, that was move 46. And two pages stuck together there. All right. So we need one of these, one of these, that, and a small, looks like light green, one of these. All right, so looks like this goes, well, whoops, 3 of those. There we go. All right, so this looks like it's the right spot. Let's see if I can get these down. There we go. Longer green one here. Let's Lego wrench these. And now we do it on focus. There we go. Sorry, that wasn't looking that great, so I figured let's tweak it a little bit. Probably should get like an overhead autofocus one. Might be better for this type of stuff. That one goes there, and that goes there. One more here. All right, we need one 2x3 dark green, one 2x4 black, two 2x3 yellows, one 2x whatever light green, one of the long 2x black ones, one more of the beige 2x, one 1x4, and got a 490s together as a single piece. That makes that easier. And one of these 2x beige, darker sandy, or sand and beige, I guess, flat top. All right, so yellow goes here. This one goes here. And this one goes here. Bright green goes here, lines up with that end. And this one, nope. Okay, dark green goes there. The 2x4 black one goes there. Then this one. Some of those really take a little bit of effort to get them together. All right, and then we have 2x3 bright yellow there, the square with the hole there, flat top there. All right, I think that's all of those. Okay, we're ready for the next one. And Kathleen says, it never is, hon. All right, so the smallest ones go there. And there. That is good. And we have a 1x6 dark green, a 2x3 dark green, a oh, nope, still looking for that one. It's in the smaller bag here. Okay, 1x3 dark green. Then we have for the bright green, 3 of one and 3 of the other. So 2 and 3 of that. Okay, it looks like all of the one-handedness are in that one, and the other are in the small bag. So 1, 2, and 3. And then, whoops. Nope, just 2 of each. Okay, so we'll set those aside for now. And then 2 of the same in the dark green. Okay. Alrighty. So we start with this one here. There. 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 And then matching ones in dark green. There we go. And 1x3 goes there. Excuse me. And oops, no, that's not a 1x3 there. Let's go ahead and use the Lego wrench. This end is actually a 2x3, which makes sense because it's locking over that intersection of 3 parts. And this one goes here. There we go. And this one goes there. All right, that was move 50. And Kathleen says, I love Japanese gardens. Yep, I like the aesthetic too. All right, now we have 1 this and 2 that, and 1 actually. Okay, 2 that orientation, 1 this orientation, and one of that kind of army green or whatever, and one corner flat top. There we go. Okay, so we have this one here, there, and there, and then matching with the bright green. And that one there, and this in the corner. Yep. Make sure these are seated properly. That one needed some assistance. All right, they look level now. All right, 2 of these sand ones, 1 of the 1x4, 1 more of the beige 2x2 flat top, 1 more most of a square, olive or not olive, but kind of grayish green, 1 oriented that way. All right, and 1x2 bright green, another corner piece in dark green, and a dark green in that orientation, and a 1x3 in dark green. All right, let's see where we wind up with these. Okay, 1x3 goes here, and this corner goes here, and this one goes there. Matching the lighter green one goes there. Oh, 3 of the 1x3s in dark green, so 2 more of those. That one goes back in. All right, and that one goes there. And 1x4 goes there. Dark green 1x3 goes here. And that goes there. Oh, looks like I need 2 of the 1x2 bright greens. There we go. All right, so 1x2, bright green there, bright green there. That's not oriented right. Let's see if I can't assist it with the wrench. There we go. Nice and seated. And that beige one goes in the 2x2 spot. There we go. All right. Looks like we are good for move 52. Let's go on to 53. Excuse me. Gwen says this is very colorful. Yes, indeed it is. Since the last one was mostly white. And Kathleen says, oh, crap, the snowflakes are getting a lot bigger. I am sorry to hear that. All right, so just 2 of the long 2x black ones. 1 and 2. And Then we have the remaining ones here. This one goes here. Let's make sure this is nice and secure. And this one all right, yep, that's nice and secure there. On to 55. We are now at page 36 of, looks like 123 or more. 125, though not all of that is instructions. All right, so 55. We have one of these, a 2x3 dark green, two of those actually. All right, two 2x3 dark greens, one 2x4 black, and one 1x2 bright green. Actually, let's just go ahead and pour that one out. Be easier than trying to dig through it. All right, so we have a 2x3 dark green here, and the long black one goes here as a border. All right, and 1x2 bright green there, 2x4 black, and 2x3 dark green. Go ahead and make sure these are nice and seated. All right, they look good edge on. All right, now we need a long bright green one and yellow or sandy one. So that goes here. I'm just pulling them out as I need them at this point. This one goes here. And 1x2 bright green goes here. And this angled one goes there. And let's see. Countervailing. Not countervailing. Yeah, that goes there. Dark 1x3, green 1x3 goes here. And we have a dark green, most of a square with a corner cut out, and the gray green one there. And we have one of these green flower thingies here, goes on this one here. And a 2x3 yellow goes there. And bright green angled edge. All right. I think that's everything for that move. Okay. Then we have a 2x3. Sorry about that. So apparently I'm assuming this is a river here. And this one goes here. And matching bright green one goes there. And 2x3 yellow goes there. Another one goes there. And a 1x2 bright green goes there. And I think that's everything for that move. Gwen says, big clumps now. We don't have snow yet. The below zero is supposed to start tonight. And Gwen says, looks like there's a little path through this garden. It might be a path. I thought it was a stream, but I could see it being a path, especially since we got a flower one there. So you're probably more correct than I am on that. All right. And we have another 1x3 dark green going here. Have another flower piece on this one here. And we have 2 dark greens. So I got the one here, there, light green angle, and 1x3 dark green. And this one goes here. Another 1x3 dark green here. And that goes there. And this one goes there. And I believe that is all of that bag, number 3. So, extra one in there. Knocking stuff on the floor. Oh, I did find that piece, wall piece that got knocked off the Taj Mahal the other day. Assuming a cat found it and knocked it out. All right, and Gwen says it looks green to me. I was thinking path, could be wrong. I think you're probably right. It is a path because it stops at this border here. But, you know, don't know. All right, so bag 4. Let's see. That is this bag here. I think I'll go this end rather than the top because when I do the top, I hit the seal fold over on the back. Doesn't really cut through as easy. All right. And we have like 2 bags of smaller stuff here. All right, so this looks like it's probably water, so we'll figure out where the stream is. All right. We've been going at it for a little over an hour and a half. Let's see if we can at least get through this bag. All right, so we have 5 2x4 black ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 4 of the angle black ones. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And 2 1x2 black ones. All right, let's see. They are, like I missed one. All right. So 1 and 2. Alrighty. And 2 the flowers and 2 1x3 dark greens. All right, 1x3 dark greens. And the flowers in this one. Yep, looks like they are. I can get them out without throwing everything all over the place. That would be nice. All right, there's 1 and 2. I think that's everything we need for this one. All right, so it looks like we're filling in on this corner here. So we've got there, 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 and there, and let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep, only 4. So did I grab 1 too many? Nope, I grabbed the right number there. All right, and we got a 1x3 here. We got a flower that goes there. All right. Gonna mute for a second here. Sorry about that. All right, so 2x4 goes there. And we got 2 of them in the 90-degree orientation. There we go. All right, and other flower goes on that one. And 1x3 dark green goes there. And 2x4 goes here. And another 2x4 goes here. And the two remaining trapped in light gray spaces from the base level, we'll put the 1x2s there and there. Alrighty. And looks like I got everything there. All right, so I need 4 of these 1x8 ones. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Need 1x4 of them. 1 2x3 dark green, and 2 of these beige 2x2 flat tops. Kathleen says, a grassy path in a Japanese-style garden makes sense. Yes, indeed it does. Okay, I think I got everything here. All right, so that's a weird way of, oh. Okay, so they're going on top of those. Okay, that makes sense now. All right, so one goes here. That's why they had the red line. This one goes that does not want to orient and seat where it's supposed to. All right, there we go. And this one goes here. I'm assuming this is where the house sits, or the tea room, or whatever. Excuse me. All right, and 1x4 goes on there. 2x3 extends one over. Joys of having cats. There are cat hairs everywhere. All right, and 1x8. There we go. And 1x8 there. Make sure that's nice and seated. And yep, okay, it does have a base piece it's sitting on. Sorry about that. All right, just finished up move 60. On to 61. I need a 1x8, a 1x4, 3 of the 2x6s, 1, 2, 3, 1 of the 2x8 sand, 1x3 dark green, and 1x2 black, and a 2x4 black. And that looks like that's everything for here. All right. So this goes here, and it's there. This goes here. 1x2 black goes there. And all right, so we got some other spots here. Okay. So looks like we overlap a bit there. And they're lining up with the end of the yellow one. That's an indicator there. And the 1x4 goes here. And And the 1x3 goes there. And the 1x6 goes here. Looks like these bright yellow ones are for locating where other pieces go on top, so your orientation is good. That's a nice touch there. All right, we are ready for move 62. All right, I'll probably stop at the end of this bag just because I'm kind of getting tired. All right, so, excuse me. All right, so this one here, one more green flower, which I believe is in this bag here. If I can find it. Ah, I see it. Put these in this gray area just so they're easier to find. And thick 2x4 and a flat 2x3 dark green. Okay, so this one goes there. And we have the flower go here. And looks like that one fits in there. And this one fits in here. No, that's all for that move. On to move 63 on page 44. All right. And Gwen says maybe the water goes under the pagoda. Kathleen says, oh, well, the Japanese like cats a great deal, don't they? Yes, I believe they do. And Gwen says, I don't know. And Kathleen says, it looks to be a very multi-layered construction. Yep. It's 13, excuse me. I'm going to try another cough drop. It is a 1,300 piece set, so it's reasonably complex. Okay. Now we need 9 1-bys of the clear. So 1 and 15 of the 1x2 clears. I'm just going to go ahead and dump these out since we seem to be using them. All right, so I need 15 of these. One, oops. That one has, oh, 2 with a fish on it. Okay, so I'll set these aside here. That's those. And then 15 of the other ones. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, koi pond is going to be, looks like in here. Five, 6, 7. Nope. Let's keep the koi ones separate. It's nice that they have the stickers already applied. 7, 8. And a koi one. Another koi. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. And all right, so I got one of these, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Okay, so I have 9 of these, 15 of these. I need 5 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, and the rest in here. Ah, there it is. All right, there we go. All right, so, okay. Oh, koi pond is here. Okay, all right. So 1x2. There. So it does look like that might, part of this might be at least water. Okay. There. 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 All right. Okay, got the one edge done, so I'll work my way across from here. Okay. And one by there. And one of the koi ones facing that direction. Actually, this one is a lighter colored one, so let's go ahead and put the one that show here. There we go. There. Oops. Now it's supposed to be facing the other direction, as in they're swimming past each other. There we go. Might as well be as accurate as I can. All right, and another one by there. Get that seated properly. There we go. And 1x2 there. All right, and then a 1x4 there. All right, so these alternate back and forth. Get these on real quick. Hopefully that doesn't make it harder. Put the shorter ones in. Okay, there we go. And then a 1x2 there. 1x1. 1x1. 1x2, and then just fill in the gaps. There we go. Almost done with this move. We have some water here, so it does look like this is supposed to be some sort of stream there. Ah, hey, I see Marmar on. Let's see. Gwen says, hello. Yep, I was wrong. And Marmar says, hi, everyone. Hi, Marmar. Good to see you on. Gwen says, hey, Marmar. Hello. And Kathleen says, interesting. And Kathleen says, hi, Marmar. And Mary says, hey, Marmar. All right, I think I caught everyone there. Do a quick look over on Rumble. Looks like it's still just one other person on Rumble. All right, on to move 64. Okay, I'm going to need 6 of the 1x's. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. 15 more of the 1x2s, which I believe are mostly in here. So I'm just going to open this and set them here. Go from there. And carefully let these out so they don't go flat on the floor. Oops. A couple more. The bag's actually empty. Almost set them on the floor. All right, there we go. All right, and one of the lighter koi. All right, so, okay, we have it here. And then we have one by there, 1x2 here, another one by here, and that looks like it didn't want to orient quite right. That's because we only got like one pin on a 1x2 part. Let's make sure that looks better. All right, and 1x2 there. 1x1 here, and 1x2 there. There. And 1x2 there. And the koi over here. And so I got one pin there, so I gotta start putting some other ones to back up against it. All right, so 1x2 there. 1x2 here. That'll help lock those in orientation. And 1x2 here. 1x2 there. 1 there. And 1x2 here. And a 1x1 there. 1x2. 1x1 there. 1x2. 1x2. And 1x2. All right, that's there. And on to 65. By these 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. 1 gray round flat top, and one of the lighter koi and one of the darker koi. The rest are there. Let me catch up with chat. And Marmar is a heart smiley face and a hug smiley face. It's good to have you on here, Marmar. And Marmar says it's entirely possible that I will fall asleep. It's been a busy week, and the last of my guests has left. Now, if you fall asleep watching the stream, it will not bother me at all. And good thoughts and hugs your way. Kathleen says, I'm glad that you survived, Marmar. And Kathleen says, Marmar has triumphed. Okay. All right, so 1x1 there. 1x2 facing off at 90. And excuse me. 1x2 that orientation. The gray round stone goes there. And another 1x2 this way. And 1x2 there. And the dark koi there facing that direction. Get these oriented a little bit there. All right, and 1x2 there. There. And there. 1x1 goes in this corner here. 1x1 there. And one by one there. And excuse me, one by one in this corner. And one by two there. Slide them up so they're snug. And one by two there. One by two there. Okay, so there. That goes in the middle there. Huh, I am off here somewhere. All right, so, that one did not wind up in the corner. That's why I'm off. Can I get this one out using this? Yep, there we go. Nope, that's where that's supposed to be. Okay, that's there. All right, well, let's just work our way from known spaces, see where I went wrong. All right, so one by two there. One by two there. One by two here. One by two here. One by two there. One by two there. One by two there. All right, let's see. That goes there. One, 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 and across there. And that explains it. I was supposed to be in this line and I was over here. So let's get that one where it's supposed to go. And let's see, I think this, yep, there we go. All right, so that goes there. And then we have two regular 1x2s there. And there. Okay, this one goes in this orientation. And this goes here. And that goes there. All right. I fixed my screw up. All right, so one more light gray. And two more of the koi. No, I'm not sure if they're supposed to actually. Okay, so two more of the dark koi. And two of the 1x's. All right. Let's see if I can switch this around here and keep my orientation to what I'm working with. All right, so and that goes there. Goes there. That goes there. And the gray stone goes there. That goes there. And darker koi goes there. This coffee is just freaking annoying. That goes there. It's got a raised edge to go against. And we have 3 across in a row. So 3 more across, so a total of 4 in this orientation. All right, and then 1 like that. And offset by 1 up here. All right, we have our perimeter defined. Okay. These also go across this way. All right, and this one goes up here. And we have this here. And a single 1 by goes there. Nope, I messed up somewhere. All right, so 1, 2. That was 1 corner too far over. Let's see. There we go. That goes there. And this goes here and here. This one goes next to the flower. And we have our darker koi faced in this direction. And that orientation. That orientation. Okay. Something is wrong here. All right, so single 1 goes here. This one goes here. We have 2 that are going this way. I see what I did wrong here. At least part of what I did wrong. Okay. So these 2 go like that. This goes here. Single dot goes here. And then this one goes here. All right, I think that's it for those moves. Okay, we have a large gray 1 by 4, 2 of the round 1 by stones. Okay, a light and a dark koi. A light one and dark one. Excuse me. And 3 1 by 1, 2, and 3. All right. I'm going to switch the orientation again. Okay. So we'll work from the left to the right. So that one goes there. And 1 by 2 there. 1 by 2 here. Gray stone. 2 more regular 1 by 2s. Working our way up. Another 1 by 2 gray, or 1 by 1 gray stone. And 1 by there. And on stones, we extend out 1 by 2s. Right, bottom one here, just hit the line across. We have 5 of these. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. We have a single 1 by at the end here. And we have regular 1x2 here, regular 1x2 here. And we have the light koi swimming that way, dark koi off by 1 swimming that way, and 1x2, 1x2. We have a single 1 by the head of the dark koi, and 1x2, 1x2. Orient this way, and there, and there. And the last 1 by goes here, and 1x2 there. Oops, that one needs to be pushed over and oriented. 1x2, 1x2, and 1x2, 1x2, and 2 of the last ones here. All right, I think we got our water set. Excuse me. All right, oops, I'm sorry. Let me catch up on chat real quick here. Marmar says, yes, I survived. Marmar says, my landlords have a kitten and I was able to have a play date with him. He's a ginger named Leonardo DiCaprio. And Kathleen Lowell. Gwen Lowell, that's cute. And Kathleen, thinking about it, that actor does look a bit cat-like and has similar moral behaviors of a healthy young Tom. Gwen says, it took a month and a half for my daughters and my coughs to go away. All right. Excuse me. All right, so I need 4 of these. 1, 2. Found it, but I think I need the Lego wrench to pick it up. I'm just sliding across the floor. Oops. Don't fall out of the chair. That's why it's not working. There we go. All right, so for those, 4 of the lotus flowers and 4 of the pollen clusters. And there we go. Excuse me. All right, so they go this way. At least the pollen clusters look like they properly seat, so they won't fall off easily. There we go. All right, so I'm going to put pollen clusters on first. I think they I'll be able to seat them easier that way. There we go. That one's seated. And I'm throwing it around. There we go. Reason that wasn't working to pick up on the floor is it's got this step here, and even though it's got a single one on the top, I can't get it on because it's too shallow of a slope for the step. Excuse me. All right. There we go. And Oops, helps if I put them in the right orientation. All right, so this one goes on partially on top of that koi. This one goes there, and this one goes here, and this one also goes partially on top of a koi. All right, I think that's it for this bag. Yep, next one is bag 5. All right, let's see how much is in bag 5. Let me take the individuals and add them to the collection of extras. Bag 5. Looks like it'll be a quick bag. I'll do one more bag. Oops. Helps if you get them all out. Having this box here so they don't fall on the floor is definitely an advantage. All right. Alrighty. Okay, so I need one of these 1x long ones and 2 of the sand-colored wedges. Now I'll just dump them out here. All right. So 1 and 2 sand wedges and 2 light gray flat 90s and 1 of these and 1 of these and 1 of these. All right, so that's all I need for this move. Okay, so this one lines up here. Excuse me. And this one sits there. And this one goes here. And 1x2 goes there. And we have a wedge, sand colored wedge here. And light gray 90, gray 90, and next wedge there. All right. Excuse me. Then we have 1x2, and 2 of these hinge ones. All right, so hinge ones go there. That goes in between. The other one goes there with that wedge. All right, that was move 70. Looks like I probably can do this in like 2 streams. Depends on how the vegetation goes at the end. They're kind of my nemesis. So 2 of these gray ones, 1x2 beige flat. All right. 2 of these weird sand ones. And 1 beige wedge. And 1 more weird corner beige thing. Okay. All right. So these get these put on top of them. 1 and 2. They get put next to these beige 2x2 squares. All right, there. All right, and this one fits in here, and that goes on top of the green one, and this corner one goes there. All right, I think that's it for that move. And we need 2 more of the long brown ones, and we need 1 odd-looking, yep, it's got holes through it, gray one, and 1 of these, and 3 of the 2x2 tall grays. All right. Okay, so this one goes here, and 2x2 goes there. This one is next to it, and another 2x2 gray. This one goes there, and this weird gray with holes in the side goes there. 2x2 gray there. All right, that's that move. And let's see. Betsy says, "Have a good evening. Going to make dinner. See you later, Torrin. Thanks." Or see you later. Thanks, Torrin and Gwen. And Kathleen says, "Have a good evening, Betsy." And Gwen says, "Betsy, have a good evening." And Betsy says, "Kathleen, thanks. Hopefully your snow stops soon." I haven't taken a look at outside recently. Kind of scared too, though. I think they dropped us from 3 to 5 down to 1 to 3. All right, so 2 of these red ones, 2 of the angled bright green, 1 of the 2x3 bright green, and 3 1x2s. So 1, 2, and 3. All right, so these ones will looks like they fit in. Or do they? Nope, they don't actually connect to anything yet. They just go here and here. And no, not 2x3, a 2x. No, we have that one there. We have a 2x4 dark green that I didn't get. Okay. Excuse me. All right, so 1x2 there, 1x2 here, 2x3 here, and angle piece there, angle piece there, and a 1x2. Make sure they're nice and secure. All right, next one. So we have 3 of these. So 1, 2, 3. 1 of these, a 1x2, and a gray or sand colored 1x2. All right, so green one here. That one there. Sand colored one goes on top here. And then these. This is a perfect spot. So let me grab my notepad here, or my traditional note. There we go. Just the focus here. There we go. That is this build's love note to my wife. Let's get this back in focus again. There we go. And there we go. And there we go. Let's see. Kathleen says, I think it's built up about 2 inches now and is working on the 3rd inch. And Gwen says, I was wondering if there was going to be a place for a treasure note in this one. Wasn't sure, but I did find one. All right, let's go on to the next one. All right, so we have 7 of the green corners. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, 6 and 7. 2 gray corners. 2 of the corner dark greens. 1 1x2 top, and 1 1x2 round stone. Looks like we have 1 extra sand wedge. Excuse me. All right, so the stone winds up here, back corner. Then we have 1 green corner, or cut corner, whatever. 1 here, and this one here, and around this hole too. 1, 2. Yeah, we've been at about 2.5 hours. That's probably a reasonable time for a Lego stream. Oh, and if MLS catches this, I saw you talking about. I did want to say thank you for the channel link on Nick's stream Friday night. And since you were talking about having people back on, if you decide you would like me back on, I am always more than willing. Just let me know when, and I will make sure that I have an actual branded Lego kit for that. Though I will probably wind up doing smaller ones so that I don't take a ridiculous amount of time. I appreciate the fact you guys were willing to let me do that. I don't want to hog time on your channel, but I do enjoy being on there. And this one goes up here, and this one goes there. All right, we are ready for bag 6 on the next one. And I think bag 6 is a big one. They're relatively big. So we have 6 more bags to go. And I think we made a reasonable amount of time. Let me take a look at the front here. Okay. It looks like this winds up being oriented like this on the final build, next to the water lily, or next to the stream. And this is where we have some vegetation, and there's a bridge across, so it looks like the bridge goes from here to here. So, all right. We start with bag 6 next. Thanks, everybody, for coming on. I appreciate you being here. Let me see if I can redirect you folks to a wonderful place. Hey, I'm back up to 1566. I was there yesterday, dropped down to 1565. 1566 is the highest my subscription count has been. Excuse me. All right, let's go to the lives, edit, customization, and let's see who's available. All right, looks like Valhalla Awaits is live. I don't see anybody else. So if you folks don't mind going to see Baby Goat Thunderdome, we'll go ahead and send you folks there for your daily dose of cute from his baby goats. All right, so that is saved. Good, we're good to go there. All right, let me catch up with chat real quick here. Gwen says you've made great progress. Yep, let me go ahead and give you guys a kind of a side-on view here as well. And the node is secure here because there's a that one keeping it place. Or actually, yeah, there's that open chamber, the closed one, and this one it's actually closed on both ends, so that is safe and secure there. All right, and when Melee says, thanks for the stream. Take care, everyone. Thank you, Melee. Kathleen says, thanks, Torrent. Always fun. And Kathleen says, good night. Well, it's about 5 o'clock. It's probably about time for dinner then. So I'll work on the wheel after that and then decide if I'm going to stream depending on how that goes. And Gwen says, have a great night, everyone. Thanks for being a great chat. Yeah, it's been a wonderful time. You guys have helped lift my mood quite a bit. And we will see you folks again soon. If I don't stream tonight, I might have a Monday afternoon, evening stream. It's probably a gaming stream because it's not going to be much competition against Ian, but it'll give me a chance to get used to the wheel. And let's see, we have Chris Collins. Good night, all. Hey, Chris, it was good to have you on. I think I'll head out now. As always, everybody, it's been wonderful, and stay safe and happy braiding.